Okay, everyone, welcome. And today we're going to go over some of the bills that we have with this new house and what some of you can expect if you buy your own house and stop renting. Keep in mind, this is a house that's not on city water, not on city septic, and it's an old house that needs a lot of repairs and doesn't have the greatest insulation. Speaking of the insulation part, that's where the gas bill comes in. The gas bill in this house, since it's such a very big house and old house, takes a lot, needless to say. $430 is what we had to pay the previous owners for what was already existing in the propane tank. And I had to write them a check right when we bought the place. So that's the initial payment. And then November 6th, a couple days after we bought it, we filled the propane tank full before winter. And that took $353. And then a little over a month later, we filled it again. And just short of a month later, we filled it again. So we're averaging around $600 a month. And it's not even the coldest winter we've had in a while. It's actually kind of one of the warmest ones. And then we recently put salt in the softener because being off city water, we have to condition the water. I think some people on city water still condition it, but it's more necessary when you're in the country. We also have to have a iron filter, and the previous owners had a reverse osmosis system, which we decided just to keep because it's already installed. Might as well keep it. So the salt costs $65 to almost fill the tank, and I estimate that should last about 3 months. So it's $21 a month. Then we got the water bill, or the iron system, reverse osmosis system. That is $100 per month. And then after that, we don't have garbage right now. We're stockpiling garbage, and I'm going to do a large garbage system or bin, so it only needs to get emptied once a month. We won't have to take it out to the curb. They will come in with the truck and dump it because we have a large enough frontal area in front of the garage that we can just park the dumpster, fill it, don't move it, work a lot better that way. We have to take the garbage a little bit further every time, but we won't have to remember to take it out, which I've been very horrible with in the past. And then we also have the mortgage. Let's see. $2,064 per month. And that includes tax and insurance. Oops. Insurance. Now, tax and insurance is $444. So the actual mortgage part is only like $1,600. And let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, the electric. I knew I was forgetting something. I don't have this month's bill yet, but last month was $277 for the first month. Now, some of you may think that's high, some of you might think that's low. We are on a time of use or time of day schedule. So from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're at 15 cents a kilowatt. Standard rate is around 10 and a half. And then off peak from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., we're at 7.5 cents, somewhere in there. But the reason this is so high is because the heating system of this house is a hot water boiler, and it pumps that water through all the radiators in the house. Now, when that pump's running 24/7, it's running during those peak hours. Also, we tend to cook some in the peak hours. So we're looking into ways to offset the power that we use during peak hours to go into night hours, whether it's battery backup or just changing our schedule up a little bit. I have changed the schedule on the heating so it actually heats up a little extra in the off-peak hours and then shuts off and shuts that pump off during the peak hours because that adds up over time. So hopefully the next bill will be a little lower than this. Plus this was 33 days in this month because they want the billing cycle to be on the 6th and we bought on the 3rd. So they went from the 3rd to the 6th. So it's 33 days because November was a 30-day month. I believe that is all of our current bills. Obviously other ones will come up. Like the salt one is not every month. We only got to do it hopefully every 3 months, hopefully even longer than that. Currently we're using like 4,000 gallons of water a month. And I don't know what that equates to on a city bill. We don't have a monthly septic bill because we have a septic tank. So obviously 1 month is going to be horrible and then the rest of the months are going to be zero. So I'll quickly add this up and show you what our first bill or first month of 2026 is going to be like. So we got 21 plus 677 plus 2065 plus 100 plus estimate of 277 again for the electric, salt, gas, water. Yeah. I think that was it. No garbage this month, no septic this month. And then taxes and insurance are included in that. So we're looking at let's see. 14, 19, 20. Yeah. So 0, 8, 3, 200, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 3,000. I think my math is correct on that. I'll double check and okay, turns out I was off by $10. So 3,140, not 3,130. Now hopefully this gas bill and the electric bill will go down over time as I increase the insulation in the house. I want to go away from the propane and do a geothermal heat pump system with a borehole well in the backyard. And that way I can run cooling through the same system and cool the house in this summertime. Because I don't want to go through the house and put 6 different mini splits in to get the same comfort level as what putting a heat pump system in would do. And that way the heat pump does dual effect, heat and cool. Question is, can the heat pump system keep up with these radiator systems? Can it get that water up to 180 degrees constantly? That's the question I need to look into. I have a short clip of us filling up the salt tank downstairs and we record the water usage or what the meter says, and then we'll follow up a couple of months from now, so we get an idea of how much water we use in a given month or in the long term full year. Obviously, day by day, it's going to fluctuate a lot. We're somewhere between 120 a day and 200 gallons of water a day. 200 is on the higher end. 120 is hopefully closer to average, might be on the lower end. We're going to be somewhere in that ballpark. Here's that clip. Thanks for. And this is our water softener system. We have to add these bags of salt that are iron out. So it takes the iron out of the water. And we put it in here. This should hold about 6 or 7 bags, just roughly a bag still in there. So these 6 should fit and fill it full. Also, on here, it shows how many gallons have been used since the system was put in. And when we bought the house, it was around 54,000. So, surprisingly, we use quite a bit of water. So, since it's the 2nd of January, beginning of the year, when we're doing this, I'll be able to keep track of the gallons and how much salt we use from this point on. So this will go into our monthly bills once I figure out how much salt it's actually using. And so you stumped it over. Okay. Yeah, so it ended up taking, it'll take more than 6. It'll probably take 8 if it was completely empty. So 6 is a good start, and we'll just keep track how long it lasts. And Sirius likes playing with them. You flattening it out?